I am a homebody. That's not a surprise to anyone that knows me or has watched my videos before. I am an introvert. I pull my energy from the quiet and stillness, and it's taken me a few years to realize and another few years to acknowledge that. During exam season and especially in the winter time, my motivation to get myself out there and socialize is usually at an all-time low because I'd rather be cozy in the comfort of my home, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the beginning of this year, I set myself the goal to meet some like-minded people in my city, spend more time doing things outside that make me feel good, while still keeping my true values and making sure I still get my much-needed alone time. So let's spend a few realistic weeks together, preparing for exams while still finding balance and happiness. Grab a cup of tea or coffee and enjoy. I am about to head out for my run, and I'm actually not running alone today because someone messaged me on Strava and asked if I was also training for the marathon. We're gonna train together today. Before I head out, it's just some toasted bread with sweet peanut spread, banana, and a sprinkle of flaky salt. And this is the spread I'm using. It's very German core, I would say. Good morning, it is currently 20 past 9 in the morning and I'm having some cardamom buns for breakfast. I don't know, I just woke up craving them and I had 2 left from the batch that I made a couple of weeks ago. I just had them in the freezer. They still look really good. The texture is probably gonna be different, but we'll see. Yeah, they're still delicious, but obviously they're not as soft anymore. They're still gonna satisfy my craving. I've brought out the big boy because I'm going to be making a big batch of pasta sauce to keep in the freezer. It's going to be a mushroom lentil ragu type thing, but I'm going to make it spicy, I think, or at least kind of spicy, very umami. So I have one of my exams tomorrow, and I'm not gonna lie, studying has not been easy. For some reason, concentrating and just focusing on the studying has been so hard for me in the past week. I just haven't been able to memorize the content that I need to memorize. And it's this cycle of feeling bad for not being as productive as I could be, and then feeling bad for feeling bad, which leads to me not being productive as well. So it's just this cycle, and I honestly have no idea how to fix it, because it's not like I'm comparing myself to others or to anyone else. I'm just comparing myself to myself. I keep thinking oh, I should have been more productive, I could have done that, I could have done a lot more. I am very hard on myself when it comes to productivity and making the most of the given time. So this is just very mentally challenging for me, and I just get so frustrated when I don't understand something. So in the past few days, when I realized that I was in this kind of vicious cycle of not really being productive, but also feeling bad for not being productive. So I'm going into this exam tomorrow, honestly with mixed feelings. I definitely think I'm going to pass because it's not that difficult of a topic, but it's a lot of content that I need to know. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Exam number 2 out of 5 is done, and I'm actually pretty happy with how it went. It was definitely easier, or not easier, but less volume than I thought it would be, because the course had like 500 PowerPoint slides. So I thought, there'd be like a bunch of questions. We had 3 questions. So I am not going to study for the rest of the day, that's for sure. But I am going to actually meet my friend in about an hour and a half, because with my goal to still be social during exam season, I asked her if she wanted to meet up today, get some drinks in the city. But I'm also quite tired, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make some dinner, probably just gonna have that ragu that I made with some pasta, and then have a chat with my friend, and then try to go to bed as early as possible. And tomorrow we're going back to studying. Currently taking my lunch break in between my study sessions. I try to not eat at my desk when I'm studying like this, because I just find the distraction of doing something entirely different is quite good for my brain. Sometimes that doesn't happen depending on what I'm doing, but today it is happening. Do probably one more session. What's the time? Yeah, I'm gonna do one more session after that, and then I'm meeting my friend. We're gonna go for a walk together. Honestly, the weather isn't that great, but it's gonna be nice to get outside, catch up with her. She's already done with exams, which I'm very jealous about. I am currently preparing for my exam about logistics and production, which I actually find the topic to be quite interesting. There is quite a lot of math, which is not my strong suit, but I'm doing a bunch of practice questions. I'm doing the mock exams that were provided, and I'm also redoing all of the tutorials that we had throughout the semester. So I think I'll be well prepared. I've got my usual study situation, all of my papers and stuff. I've got my water bottle, my trusty water bottle, of course a snack. I've been on a real muesli kick. Breakfast, snack, dessert, muesli all day every day. This one is especially delicious because it has the usual suspects like oats and seeds, but then there's also cornflakes, chocolate coated cornflakes, and chocolate flakes. The combination is so good. So I've been enjoying this for my study snacks. It's been a few days since I've last filmed anything, honestly, just because every day is the same. But I have my last 2 exams tomorrow and the day after, so I'm in the home stretch of my preparations and of my studying, and I'm so excited for it to be over. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna prep my breakfast for the exam days, just so I don't have to think about it in the morning, because I just want to do my revisions and stuff like that and not spend a lot of time in the kitchen, basically. So I'm gonna make some overnight oats. I'm gonna do a chocolate peanut butter one and a raspberry cardamom vanilla. I'm done! Yes! I'm so happy! Honestly, yesterday's exam was pretty hard. That was the one where I had quite a lot of math, but I was well prepared and I'm very proud of myself for completing that, and I'm pretty happy with my answers. And then today's exam was a bit easier, but still there was just a lot of content. Does anyone else take like 5 pens every time? Because I'm just scared of them getting empty all at once. Anyways, the studying for those 2 exams ended up being easier than the studying that I talked about last week. As I mentioned, I had a bit of a hard time concentrating and focusing, but my ability to focus is luckily back to normal, and now I'm done. I now have 6 weeks of free time. I'm still going to be working, but no studying, no uni, no math. I already have so many plans for things I want to do and places I want to go, so I'm very excited, and I also have quite a few plans for videos I want to make. I'm just happy to be able to get into that creative flow again, because I've had many ideas in the last few weeks which I obviously couldn't really turn into action because I had to study. Now I have time to try out all of these ideas and perhaps share some of them with you. But first, I need to kind of get my life back together. Probably need to do like a proper organization of my apartment and stuff like that tomorrow. But today I'm just gonna disintegrate on the couch until I have to head to work this evening, because I'm going back to work today, which is not great. I'd rather not, but I gotta fund my travels. So I'm going back to work this evening. And then tomorrow, I'm just gonna have like a super slow day. Good morning, it's Friday and I am having a super slow morning. After waking up, I did a really nice stretching session and I slept so well. It's like my body can instantly tell the relief of stress. I quickly wanted to talk about something that came to my mind yesterday as I was heading home from work, and that is that this is the first exam season where I didn't feel burnt out by the end, and all of the exams went very well. So I definitely feel like my conscious choice to find balance, be social, and make time to do the things that make me feel good has had a massive impact on that. This is a big learning point for me, and maybe for you too, because as an introvert, I usually tend to self-isolate when I'm stressed rather than getting myself out there. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this summary of the past few weeks. I'm gonna eat my porridge in peace now, read my book. This is the book I'm currently reading. I'm reading this for the 3rd time. Yeah, it's my favorite. There's no rush. I'm gonna enjoy my free time and I'll see you soon.